Hey y'all. Happy flashback and follow with Friday. Time in California is 10:45 p.m. on this March 25th, 2022. Don't mind me, I'm just testing out filters and I'm feeling some type of way right now. Um my phone, I turned my phone off, or maybe the battery died and I plugged it up and turned the phone was off. And I slept well, had a good evening. I've been having a series of dreams. And I wake up to a very surprisingly text message from my son to call him. And my aunt Melissa, which is my stepdad's or former abuser's baby sister, one of my favorite aunts, call me please. You know some things in your spirit. Sometimes your soul knows some things before you do. So I called my son first. Pawpaw's passed away as of today, this morning. And I want you guys to be reminded about this. This is where I'm torn. Because I've known that man and considered him to be my second father since I was about 8 years old. I'm 44 now. And as he's been a huge part of my life, there's also a lot of abuse that went on behind those closed doors. From shootings and fights and belligerent, like alcoholism, all kinds of shit going on. To my mom exploiting me to this man, and this is the man who sat there and stuck his tongue down my throat and tried to put his foot up my crotch. But I'm still his daughter. And the times I needed somebody, I can go to him. I learned how to fight. And when I say fight, there's a few different ways of fighting. So with my voice and with my intelligence, I learned that from my dad. But for some street hood shit, weapons, coming from somebody retired from Vietnam vet that shot in his back, I have learned the wonderful joys of weaponry in battle. Don't play nice. Fuck people up and on the ground, stomp the shit out of them. They do not get up. Destroy. No fear. That was my stepdad. Shit, swords, blades, blocks, shotguns, all kinds of shit. It be going down. I grew up in the hills, but I had best of both worlds. I say it like that. I'm a sweetheart, but I'm gangster too. It be going down. Just say whatever I got from that side, I learned from my stepdad. I'm serious. The fight in me came out from him. Sit there and pinch a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Fuck somebody up. This is what you do. Shit is the reason why I have. Hold on. And that's my son's dad. Yep, something happened tonight. So, oh Lord, I'm not smiling. Oh Lord. So, just as it's so weird because when it comes to certain levels of trauma, how to process because your abuser, the person you've known all your life, is also the same person that hurt you and did bad things to you. You're trying to sit there and fuck on me quite a few times. You feel me? Including the day that my mom went to jail for jumping on him. Like it just everything's twisted. And I let my mom know it's not like a secret about anything. And everybody has regrets apparently, except for me, and has misery and I'm out the picture and it makes it even more miserable. They don't want to face themselves. But in the meantime, guilt will sit there and take you to the grave. Whatever happened to my stepdad, I knew it was coming. And nothing that I did wrong to him or try to manifest for him, you have to face your karma. We all have a journey in this life. A part of life is that finality of death. Everybody here has a mission. And you've done a lot of bad. You also done some good too. But when it's time for you to go, it's time for you to go. There's no timeline on that. Everybody has a purpose here. So when my son told me that, and he's a Capricorn. Keep in mind how Capricorns are. They're built to last. I gave birth to a beast. I gave rebirth to a beast. "22 years old. But you've been here before. I'm just picking up your pattern right now." So he's strong. Like his mother. He was more so worried about me. He was telling me to breathe. Breathe through your mouth, mama. So when I first got the news, it was bittersweet. I'm more so worried about my child. He doesn't understand certain things. Between me and his uncles or my stepbrothers, I talked to my stepbrother tonight too. We'll be seeing each other tomorrow. I don't trust my mother, and I know better. This is not about money. This is about doing the right thing and bringing proper closure to situations. You know what I mean? My son even made it clear tonight, Pawpaw was like pretty much the only father figure that he's always known, because Pawpaw was his biggest advocate even before Grant was born. For real. He fell in love with my son before my son was even born. I have pictures. I'm going to do something tonight to show my son as a tribute. Just good memories with Pawpaw. My thing right now is support him. And it hurts. I let my mama go and the whole entire side. I had to. He was a part of that trauma, series of traumas. Yet I do not deny the fact that that man was still my dad in a way. My second dad. He calls me his daughter. He never says stepdaughter. He was like, that's my daughter. He was very protective, as many know. For the quality time and having conversations, he was there. My mama wasn't there for that shit. He was, even though she cheated with this dude. You feel me? He was more of a parent than you ever were. So it hurts. The finality of knowing that person is gone, and it's bittersweet because the same person that loved me also the one that abused me. This is where I am. But my main concern is set all that aside and still reach out and make sure I'm there for my son, because he's still in the middle of all this shit. And he has no idea what's about to happen to him. I'm going to guarantee it. I feel it in my spirit. I don't wish this on anybody. And please believe this. Because I don't never sit there and put anything bad on my mother. Her soul's going to follow his. She's not going to be able to handle it. She has no soul. But karma is a bitch. And she's tired too. So he's checked out before she did. Now it's going to be her turn. And my son's going to be stuck in the middle of the shit. He's still staying at that place by his choice. Though he has keys to my house for the past 3 fucking years. And the alarm code. You can always come and have just a safe place. I also understand too that your attachment disorder, I'll say it like that. My son's a different case. His dad hit me up because after I received the news, my Aunt Melissa, I called her back after I talked to my son. And me and her have the same way of thinking. That's why I'll be digging on my Aunt Melissa. She's a business. And everybody found out apparently tonight that I'm turning into a dude. They still love me. What's up? It does not change the show. I'm still, she said, oh, you're always gonna be terrible to me. Okay, that's what's up. I love my auntie. She's about the real. She's a good person. And she's flying out. When she comes out here, she's staying with me. Shit. I love my auntie. She's just cool. And she's my stepdad's baby sister. But I don't trust some things. I listen to my spirit. My spirit starts speaking to me, I listen. So when it comes to, even if I don't talk to those people anymore, if it was not for my son's the only, no, not my son is just doing the right thing. And I hear the spirits calling to me. I don't give a fuck what my stepdad says. He do not want a funeral. There's plans for him. I'm not worried about money, life insurance. Let's go for it and give you a proper, I want you to feel love. You understand? He's going to be at the same place where my brother, my grandmother's daddy, and my uncle, everybody's at. Okay? I don't trust my mother. My son's only 22. He does not know what the fuck he walked into with this. And my mama knows how to play games. I'm talking to my aunt. And I'm like, nah, I already know off bat based on how shit happened. And I did not know the police were called how many times that address since I removed myself from that picture. Me and my son have to have a conversation at a certain time. We're supposed to have it anyway. I need to sit there and talk to him because he does not realize. He gets, no, he doesn't get it. He is my replacement. And I tried to save him. And you don't have no idea that you were being groomed to sit there and be an extension of what they are that I'm healing from. Do you understand? For grandpa's side, why do you think I always ask, how do you feel about situations? If you were this person, what would you do? Your voice matters to me. Speak your voice. Fight for yourself. Stand up. If you're not cool with some shit, say some shit. I understand some things. Still love your family. Learn to love and own you more, though. You know what I mean? My son has turned into the replacement of me. And my heart hurts for him. I've made peace with forgiveness and letting go of my mother, even for the closure, finding out that my stepdad is gone. I have no hatred in my heart. He was good and he was bad. You understand? I forgive. I let go. I really am not mad about shit. And I still have to honor and do the right thing. And he does deserve that. From my mother, who tried to sit there and kill him several times and have things premeditated, the same way she set me up to sit there and do to him right after I left out the picture. And she has a pattern with my brother, with my father, with others. That man was there with your child when you were not. That man could have conversations about anything, politics, talk about the president, watching like country westerns, talk about weapons and show me some shit. You know what I mean? I could talk about my lesbianism. I said I'm strictly lickly, not dickly. You know what I mean? He remembers that too. He was a cool dude. He's the one who sat there and told me on the phone how to sit there and insert a tampon. My first time in high school on the swim team with Bishop O'Dowd. I could never get a hold and have that quality time with my mother. But he was like, he was a cool dude for that part. He walked me through it, okay? Everything's going on. I can have conversations with him about some stuff. Even if you try to sit there and fuck on me, which is not cool. Don't be doing that. I was funny about him. I meant the fuck I said. But he was more there for me in presence. Even when I was sick and going through things. I'll never forget, I was at Kaiser Hospital. I think Grant was a baby. And I think I was working at Nortel Networks at that time. And my heart rate was up. I was having allergic reaction. Something was wrong. And he was always going to sit there and like, you know what, nod head, just breathe. Take a deep breath. I'm here. He was there. My mother wasn't. I'm in a place to where do the right thing. Do the right thing. My thing, my spirit's calling. I do not trust my mother. And it's not just me saying that shit. Because even talking to my aunt, and even to my fucking stepbrother, I'll be seeing him tomorrow. You feel me? Take control in this bitch. And do right by your daddy. And he gets it. He'll understand it. He knows the fuck I'm talking about too. I learned my fight from both sides, my dad and my stepdad. But for this part, for bucking the fuck up, my son is in the middle. He thinks he may got it. No, your mama and your uncles are stepping in on this bill, right? You feel me? I'll let you be there and see what the hell's going on. So you proceed forward. Your auntie's gonna step in on this shit too. I don't trust your grandmother, and I don't want to hurt him. Something really tells my spirit that she is about to leave shortly. The guilt, the control mechanism. Her device is gone. And so, in a way, I still have to face her in court for the renewal of my restraining order against her. Just stay away and no contact. She's already violated since then. They keep coming back. Again, let her home be her gallows. And I don't wish harm on her. I just wish mercy for her. And for my stepdad, he's going to be buried up there right with my brother and my grandmother, grandma, Uncle John, my daddy, and the others. So I have a different level of emotion for him than I do for my mother. It's still closure. My heart still hurts, and I'm very concerned about my child. It's bittersweet for me and him right now. Because that person, all he knew was that father figure as a person who was there for me, but yet abused me. You understand? And I talked to his dad. This is a time to step in. And me and his dad are on the same level right now with some shit. His dad has no idea what's about to happen. I'm going to sit there and have a personal, direct conversation with my son and his dad. And moving forward, because what my son's doing is projecting some shit that's not healthy. You're going to stop this bullshit. Our lives go on. What are we going to do moving forward? What is the real issue? Tell people how you feel. No judgment. Just get it out and let's go. All this other passive aggressive shit's gonna get you fucked up with me. So that's my truth. I cried for a minute. I still pick up. That explains why I've been having these weird dreams about my stepdad these past couple days. Sometimes your soul knows some things before you do. Pay attention to your gut or your spirit. And he's been saying he's tired. And for the way he went out, and I understand, he's tired. Regardless of whatever you say on the outside, on your inside, your soul shows something different. So, for homage and appreciation and respect and not being selfish to those that you have given birth to and raised, those who are loved on you, regardless of all the bullshit you put up, let them sit there and show appreciation to you for this day. There is going to be a funeral. Not by my mother's wishes, because that's fake as fuck. I don't trust that bitch. Excuse my language. Any female, any bitch can sit there and give a female dog can give birth to a puppy. You feel me? But for being a mother, a whole different story. I don't trust her for what's happening, even what I heard tonight. So yes, the Doberman is awake. I'm gonna sit there and step the fuck up. I'm about to buck the fuck up. I'll be at the funeral home tomorrow without her. It's not about her because I have a order against her. This is about him and doing the right thing. Same with my brother. Should I sit there and step in and just have everything be a show about her? But people don't know how much she abused that man too and hurt him and the things she did that I have seen. And even after. No. Don't fake no phone. No sympathy for you. You got exactly what you asked for. You wanted him gone and dead. He is done now. Let's talk about the shit you did. So I have no mercy. It's bad for me to actually be in that environment. I know my son's seen that and worse. That makes me even more hurtful and upset. He always had a choice. You still have a choice. Anytime. I'm sitting here at home right now. You have the keys. Never a problem before, but he's been groomed. He's not even realized all the shit he's been through. I'm not going to sit there and trip. My thing for you is safety, my dude. But it all starts with you. But what's going to happen moving forward? This is where me and his uncles jump in. So I'll be meeting with my stepbrother, my bro, tomorrow at the spot. Nigga's business. Anyway, I love everybody. I have to let that out. I'm doing okay. I'm just sitting here chilling. Oh no. Sometimes you just have to breathe. I don't know about this filter. Okay. Okay. That's my rant for the night. I'm gonna dress my candles, just pray. Um, I was gonna get out tonight. I've had conversations between even for Dante, and I'm keeping that as a no longer. I need you to accept the fact that we're done. That's not for me to understand. That's for you. And I'm catching you lie to me. That's the crazy part. And you're acting all surprised. Like, how stupid do you think I am? I'm just over it. My life is gonna be cool and chilling. I have changing my hair by tomorrow. I already know. I have changed my hair tonight, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it tomorrow. Feel me for the events. You guys be safe, be well. Yes, I'm okay. It's just processing things, and it's very interesting and new to me and everybody. Because I'm going. Oh, tonight too. I told I already said that my aunt knows I'm turning to a dude. She's like, I love you anyway. It all makes sense now. Who says that? Everybody apparently. But no, I got her. She's coming out here. She'll be staying with me. And I'm worried about my son. It's one thing because for parents who have had kids and their grandparents act a whole different way after they sit there with you and do some stupid shit. Then with the grandkids, they act a whole different way. And just my main thing is to be there and make sure my son's okay now. I don't care about anything else and do the proper thing. You feel me? Something in my spirit's telling me someone's gonna be fucked up with my mom, and it's gonna be so disrespectful because she doesn't realize with her dumb ass, which is nothing outside the box. Yes, I did say that. Is that as you do whatever the fuck move you choose to make and lie about, she's gonna lie and keep some shit, keep policies, not notify the kids. You know what I mean? She has not called anybody back. Period. Or if she did, she sit there and brush some shit off. You know what I mean? But being respectful. And this dude's been with you since 1980. What? I feel some type of way. He raised all your kids, but yeah, you never gave to his kids. Oh, okay. I'm peeping. Do the right thing. Same with my brother. Not what you would want, do what he would want. You feel me? My mom is not gonna like this. It's gonna fuck her up because I have a permanent renewal request for restraining order against her. That has nothing to do with her husband that she tried to kill and set up the same way she set me up. So same with my brother. She tried to have me institutionalize him, and I was conservator and power of attorney over him. It flipped her fucking wig that I did what they would have wanted, not what you would have wanted. You can't stand me, hate me, and I'm never going to be anything, but I did all these things for you. Amazing how power works because now I'm back in control and taking power and superseding you with my brothers and adding my son on that too. Interesting how karma works and funny about my name. Anyway, you guys, have a good one. I'm cool for the night. I'm just processing shit. My son, my only concern is my son because he says he's like me. You say all right, but nah, motherfucker, we're gonna have our moments. We're beasts a certain way. And there's something he said tonight that really bothered my soul. That's gonna sit there and get in touch with him and his daddy. We're gonna have a three-way conversation on this bitch and cut down the cords. I'm done. No more projecting that passive aggressive ass behavior. We're done with that shit. I love you. I'm here, and so is your daddy too. So either you're gonna work past issues and move forward, because I've been the ride or die motherfucker this whole motherfucking time. Every event he's had, whether it be wrestling, football, soccer, I've always kept him active, even for being an advocate for his own homeboys and homegirls. His first tattoo was with me at 15 years old. And I'll never forget that because he was sitting there just chilling, just falling asleep in a chair with his big ass like sun sign in his chest. And I'm sitting here dying in pain with that damn Black Widow. That's what happened in my life. To him DJing. And even for him DJing, he did an event for my job at the government, okay, for Employee Appreciation Day. And my son rocked it. You know what I mean? And he had business after. He had tips. There's a lot happening in his life. He want to sit there and go into art, whatever he spray paint art or whatever the fuck else. Your mama's always been here, okay? Somebody sitting there and fuck with you and made you mad. Somebody hurt you. I'm like, fuck them up. Get them back. And where's their mama at? Or daddy? I'm on those type of mamas. Whatever his dreams were, I always supported. Even for his thing now, whatever he's trying to brand himself with, I support because that's what I groomed and gave birth to. Greatness, create yourself, be free. Even your hair. Shit. I'm on those type of mothers. I'm the person that was there who was not there for me. You feel me? Piercings and all kinds of stuff. That's just my energy. Whatever you're into, if somebody's hurting you, you feel concerned for somebody, your mama always advocates for you. All the PTA meetings, all the for Black Student Union or BSU for 2 years as a president, dude. Who had your back all the time doing the speakers, including from John Burris's office. You know what I'm saying? The field trips, going to actual colleges and meeting the new feet, you know what I'm saying? Put you on some new game. Y'all about their life. Nobody other, no other mother helped me. Even for the fundraiser, even though I had to return the money because not enough people came in and actually supported their own kids. I had to return, but still, the fact is, your mom helped support you with all that. UC Berkeley, that I signed you up because I knew you were about that greatness for the STEM program. You're a creator. And you act some type of way because I also have boundaries. I'll have a different conversation with my son with that because, again, for narcissistic grandparents, they have a way of molding and grooming your kids too. A kid, of course, is going to be cool for kids to go to the other side. So I'm not cool with you laying up in your girlfriend and your grades are dropping. And I don't care how much thousands of dollars me and your dad invested into your growth, resources, even for acceleration, things to help grow you, and just tutors, all this stuff. Even Miss Tanisha. I'm not gonna be cool with you sitting there laid up on that heifer's chest, and you ask and beg for this pet that I know is gonna be a liability that you're not taking care of, didn't walk, didn't sit there and feed at that time, but you begged for that damn dog. And so as I set boundaries, I'm not cool with you having your grades drop and all of a sudden you get a brand new car rewarded by Pawpaw for the wrong reasons you had no idea. So why are you mad at me? For real. Again, people get me fucked up between being a parent and a friend. You know what I mean? There's a difference here. I can still be your friend and your parent. You feel me? But I'm realizing a lot. Tonight is a lot of mixed emotions because I'm realizing that it's not just about, it's for me, it's closure. I'm desensitized to death. It hit for a minute, but I'm used to this. And it's actually closure. Same what happened with my brother. Some of you guys saw me show up at the funeral in purple to celebrate my freedom, purple and gold. I'm happy that he's in a good place and he's where he wanted to be. I gave things with honor. Death before dishonor, right? But it's also my closure to the person who has abused and raped and molested me and did me wrong. The person had to be forced to be my brother's keeper. So for this here too, I'll still give that same honor and make sure it's done correctly because I do not trust my mother. And the protection of my brothers, stepbrothers, keeping them in the loop too. My son, I don't know what to do with this part. I want to shield him because it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. Granny's about to pass away. And I'm not trying to sit there and scare people and just say some random shit. My spirit shows how things follow. And it's okay. There's a reason why me and your Aunt Melissa tried to warn you to get out of the situation. You always have a place to come to. But it's you who made that choice. And you're going to be okay. I'm just prepping you for spiritual connections like that. They're going to roll in a pattern. And she's going to go very soon after. I already feel it. Mark my words, on today's date. In the meantime, he's trying to sit there and save the world just like his mama did. But it's not for him to follow on that part. Paul, regardless of whatever he said on the outside, his heart deserves better. And yes, your aunt's coming up. Probably mama go too. And we're going to do this the right way and just be chill. You feel me? And I send my son a lot of love and healing. A part of me taking accountability in my situation is that I'm not good at receiving certain levels of love. So some people may hear me say some emotional news and try to sit there. I'm going to come up and hug you automatically. I'm one of those like, don't touch me. Just step back. Don't touch me. I need just to breathe. Just give me a minute. You know what I mean? And I'll bounce right the fuck back. I don't want people touching me when I get emotional. Just back up. Let me have my space and my air. You feel me? I'm used to being tough when things happen. Same with my dad. Same what's going on right now with all these situations. I'm built to last. You feel me? So you try to be cool, but you're not cool. And I'm serious about don't hug me. I'm gonna sock you up or stab you or something. I don't know. But for my son, he's a strong one too. He also reads just like his mother does. He even for me to look in my eyes to tell, even if I say I'm okay, he's like, nah, mama, come here. And I sit there and start crying to break it down. And put my hand in his little chest. He has a big chest. He's a big teddy bear. I love my child. Oh no, he's like the one of the very few that can sit there and give it a cigarette, just giving it to emotion and stuff. But for him, he's a strong, built to last too. And it's healthy, but not healthy because we still have to keep our game face on. But the inside it tears us up and we realize some shit, but then it kind of shows subconsciously. And that's where I am right now. So I'm trying to prepare him because even though a lot of people have experienced death, on the levels to where it's someone this close to home, like it's for my dad, it hit me hard, obviously, still, but it didn't affect my son that same way because he never had to connect with my dad like that. No, my dad loved us, but my son knows me and my dad were close, not like weird close. It was just like, I don't know. Me and my son had the same connection too for a long minute. The same way, it doesn't hit as hard as when you lose somebody that's actually close to you. So, he's learning that part, and I'm trying to sit there and like, it just, I don't know. I I just really wish I could switch bodies with him and just take over and take that pain away. I don't care what the fuck he says. But let me watch that too, because last time I sit there and did that, we were both in the hospital, and he was laughing because he had a fever, and then I had a fever. I think it was 13 years old. And I prayed and I put a warm towel over his head or whatever to sit there and take the heat out and just heal him. So God, whatever's in his body, just put it into mine. Let me take his pain. Oh, I took that pain. For real. We have it on video. It's not happening in our lives. He'll never forget that shit. He was like, but he didn't get it, but he understands. I love him that much. That's my child. I don't know. But for this right here, I really want to jump in his body and just sit there, remix just for a second. And let me take control and save him from some shit. You feel me? I don't know. His uncles will understand. We all do. He doesn't know what me and his uncles have been through. I mean, he says he knows, he doesn't realize. Because I was there even for being a little girl. Because my stepbrothers are between 7 to 10 years older than me, and I was there when they moved in after my mama did. The whole situation happened. I was there the night they got put out. Both of them. We're all teenagers, dude. When I wasn't a teenager, I was a kid. I remember a lot. I remember the abuse, the pain, all this shit that happened with us. This is what we remember. My son hasn't seen that part. Don't stop loving that person. I'm not saying anything bad. I'm just trying to process situations. So the closure that me and his uncles are getting is not the same for him. And he's confused. This is where we all have to have a conversation between me and his dad primarily. With him. Not to hurt him. He just needs to face himself. But now is not the time. Now is to sit and just focus on Papa. I'm not a part of situations. I cut myself off from situations. But for this right here, it's not just closure for me. It's closure for my stepbrothers. And do the right thing. So anyway, this is my story for tonight. I'm a I'm chill. My ears are ringing. I'm gonna do some spiritual works and just take time and listen and reflect and get ready for my tomorrow. My main thing with this is no fear. You guys have a good one. Always find a reason to be grateful. Life is never guaranteed. We all have a mission. And it's weird because I tried so hard after I lost daddy to make sense of why. Why did she take him away from me? Why did this happen? I miss my dad. That's who I love. And the year after, Big Bro L, who's also passed away, he lost his mother. She liked purple too. I was there at the services. I try to make sense of why, and so for Lawrence's uncle, who's a pastor and minister out of Michigan, was it Michigan or somewhere in Arkansas? He was a cool dude. I liked him. I still like him. He's cool as hell. But when he did the eulogy for Lawrence's mom, and keep in mind, I still have fresh wounds from my dad the year before and still going through some stuff. Again, God has a way of sending you messages. He always has angels watching. Even archangels and demons, we watch. But he made a eulogy, and his message and that theme was, everybody has a mission and purpose. And it resonated with me highly because I listened to things that my dad was saying at the end of his journey. He was just tired. You know what I mean? He's actually said that I'm just tired. He was always putting his all into everything that he did. His soul was tired. You could tell the difference. Not just saying physically tired, but your soul is tired. And he said, if I left everything today, and if something happened to me, I won't regret anything because I did everything I wanted to do. Those are my daddy's words. Last words before the whole weekend we spent together, my dad always spit some type of game. My dad, same words are hurt. Okay. My son said, breathe through your mouth. Can't sit there and let everybody know what's going on. There's a lot happening tonight. Okay. Um, Even the weekend before my dad's murder, he always like, you know what, Tamara, even after being 30 years old, keep in mind he was murdered on his birthday, 3/16, 2011. But he was like, you may not understand. You see, you may think you know everything right now, but in due time you will understand. Just keep on living. He was patient in what he said and how he said it. But everybody has a mission, you know what I mean? And Daddy served his mission well and on time and above and beyond, okay? So with my stepdad, even with the stuff that he did to me, that was still like my second dad. You feel me? Since I was like 8. For my swim meets, even for my basketball games, even talking shit, whatever happened, that was still a part of my life. You know what I mean? As soon as my mom left for doing her duties at doing night shift, I don't know if it was like swing shift or graveyard or both, but we used to hit the streets too and just be running around, just be doing some stuff. You know what I mean? We have to accept a part of this process of life is death. We knew it's coming. You know what I mean? So, okay, I'm gonna be all right. I can't afford certain emotions right now. And me and my son and his dad have to have a definite conversation. And I talked to Big Papa too, hit me back. There's a lot happening right now. But for my son, somebody's telling my spirit to sit there. I love him, keep him in the loop, but me and his uncles are taking over this shit. Cause something don't feel right. Something don't feel right. My mama, I don't trust her. And I know her way too well. I know her nature. If stepdad does not deserve that, I don't care what the fuck he did. Okay, let me stop this. It's not a hormone issue. I'm going through some processing situations, issues right now. I'm worried about my son. He's at that age. I remember how I was at that age. There's a lot going on in my life right now. Nah, we're gonna sit there and hang out tomorrow. Fuck this shit. We're gonna just shoot range, do something. Shit. I don't give a fuck. Nigga, use my clock. What's up? I got my SIG and I got my Desert Eagle up in there too. But let's just go. Just breathe. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna sit there and drive and breathe and do something. I'm gonna check in on my son this weekend. That's what we're gonna do. But in the morning, I'm gonna sit there and pick up with my stepbrother and go from there because I already warned him ahead of time about some shit. He knows some shit too. We know some shit. Just nah, nigga. Let's get this in the bud right now. I'll be at the funeral home in the morning. Do you understand me? That's it, and that's all. It's not about no money. It's about principality of matters, and I don't feel comfortable with some shit. Get your power. That's your daddy. Shit.